From 41 Seaver Way, welcome to the home of the New York Mets. This is Citi Field. Baseball coming up on this Memorial Day. It's the Cincinnati Reds going up against the New York Mets. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Our starting pitcher in this one, Sean Manaea. Chris, how about a scouting report?
He's had his ups and downs in his career as his ERA is just over 4, but this is a guy that's not afraid. He's going to take the ball, he's going to go out there and give it his best.
Okay, all set to go. Dane Myers digs in now.
Number 17, Dane Myers.
And that's how this series begins. The 0-1.
Ball, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
That's a ball.
Ball
Tried
3.
the sweeper.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
That one
That's
misses.
ball 4.
So a
Take the
leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and
Elly
just missed
De La
his spot.
Cruz.
Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Elly De La Cruz getting ready to hit. Misses
No,
again,
inside.
5 in a row. De La Cruz went deep in his most recent game. The 1-0. Nobody in his team has scored more runs than he has this season, Singy. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Back third, first baseman.
Timing
Sal
on the swing
Stewart.
was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach, paying off.
Now it's the rookie first baseman, Sal Stewart.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate, under the Mendoza line so far this month.
Just missed. The lefty, the 1-0. Fastball for a strike. First and second, no outs here in game 1 of this 3-game set. That clips the corner.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Battling here as he fouls it away. First and second here, no outs. Just off the outside edge.
That's a really good take.
And a payoff pitch. And that'll load the bases.
Oh, that sets up a really big at-bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
And Eugenio Suarez up to hit down. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. Pitch is in there. 0-1. All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
Here's a 2-1. Fouled off down the right side.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Just missed.
Well, Boog, early on in this one, having a hard time getting settled in. He's not showing control to throw strikes, and let alone to throw it where he wants in the strike zone. This could be a tough one for him.
Payoff pitch. Ball 4, and a run comes in to score.
They obviously were in a pretty great spot to take the lead right there with the bases loaded, and I'll say that was a good, patient at bat to draw the walk, and you know what? Still counts as an RBI.
Stepping in, Spencer Steer.
That's a ball.
And that one upstairs, ball 1.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
Here's a 2-0. And a fastball in there for a strike at 91.
Those are the pitches that make you wonder if this offense is being too patient with their approach. Lots of fastballs in for strikes, not even a swing. They're more than capable of making contact with those pitches, so they need to let it fly.
In there at the knees. Bases juiced, no outs. This one in the air right field, and
foul.
that one is foul, so we'll try it again. Payoff pitch. In the air right field. He's got it. Runners tagging from second and third. Here's the lineup for the Reds. A guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, Elly De La Cruz.
And he's become one of the top stories around the league, and rightfully so, Boo. He's approaching 30 straight games with a hit, man. That's just crazy. So his at-bats are pretty much can't-miss stuff right now.
All loaded up. Tyler Stephenson, the next to hit for the Reds. Golden opportunity right here. That's inside.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2, get out of this.
And the 1-0. That clips a corner. Ball to strike. The pitch. And that one fouled off. The 1-2. Swing and a pop-up. Rortvedt under it. 2 down.
Oh, that's a frustrating at bat right there. Big opportunity and just missed it. I know he wanted to do some damage. Next guy will have to pick him up.
Now here is Noelvi Marte. Yeah, don't need much damage here. Just a base hit. Likely will score 2. Swing and a ground ball onto Semien as they escape the bases loaded jam. So they get one, but end up leaving the bases loaded. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Reds 1, and the Mets coming to bat. Back here at Citi Field. On the mound for the Reds, Nick Lodolo. Having a pretty ridiculous season so far, Singy.
Yeah, you see there with the sub-2 ERA, very dependable guy, and he's been pretty much lights out so far this season. So, you know, when a guy like this takes the mound, I'm expecting to watch him get into a rhythm quickly and just move through a ball game. Sometimes you can see some big strikeouts. Other times, it's hard to even know he's there because the innings go so quickly.
Over to first. One pitch and one out. Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. Finding themselves down a run early, they'd like to punch back here with a run of their own.
Absolutely, Boog, but I don't expect them to change their approach because of that run. They still want to put together strong at-bats. Be patient out there and get a feel for this starting pitcher.
Here's Juan Soto.
I thought this was a fun note on Soto. In 2023, he hit home runs in Mexico, Canada, and the U.S. I don't think it matters where Soto plays. He's going to hit home runs everywhere he goes.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Batting third, first baseman, Jorge Polanco.
The batter now, Jorge Polanco.
He's been tearing it up at the plate recently. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
Check swing, and he went. And that's strike one. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Good start for him to this ball game tonight. And I always talk about it. Get a knock in your first at bat. It just makes your confidence at such a higher level for the potential of having a big night.
And now it's Mark Vientos.
He's been on fire at the dish lately. Batting over 300 so far this month.
Inside ball.
The 1-0. Oh, look at the stop. Nicely done for the out. Mets strand one. They trail here 1-0. Back here in Queens, all set for the start of the inning. So the Cincinnati Reds putting together a terrific season so far, about a third of the way in. They came into the year looking like a team with a good shot at the postseason. We might need to upgrade that outlook.
Yeah, I'm starting to think this is a team that's headed for October. They put together a very nice season so far.
Of course, now they need to keep it up and make sure they don't waste what's been a great start.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last two pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
That misses. 3 balls, no strikes. There's the strike. That one finds the zone, and the count's full. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Up the middle, and that one handled. Tosses to first. What a play.
Batting ninth, third baseman, Brian Hayes.
Now batting Ke'Bryan Hayes. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. Close one. Doesn't get the call. Ball one. Looked like a strike to me. And here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone. Still 2 challenges left for them. Fastball for a strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Now a screamer into the outfield. And that's got extra bases written all over it. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
A little more backspin on that instead of the top spin. And he's jogging around the bases rather than pulling up at second.
One out, runner at second. Dane Myers, the next to hit. And that's way high. Ball one. One out and a runner at second here at the top of the second. Right through there for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
That one to first. The flip to the pitcher covering, and that is out number 2.
Up next for Cincinnati, shortstop Elly De La Cruz.
In now for the Reds, Elly De La Cruz. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Chris, he leads the way with the best batting average on the team. There's the strike. And that's a strike. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. In to score from third. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Picks himself up an RBI, and now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Sal Stewart, the next to hit for the Reds. Walked his first time. De La Cruz off of first with 2 away. That one finds the corner, and the count is 0-2. Stewart wants to challenge this, thought it was a ball, and the strike is overturned after review. They'll keep both their challenges. The 1-1.
Nope.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. And it hops over the wall for an automatic double.
I'm sure he's happy with the automatic double, but you know he's wondering if it cost him an RBI right there. He put a great swing on it, drove it well, but a little bit of bad luck on the bounce. So now we'll see if they can get another 2-out hit and possibly drive in a pair.
Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. He's been a great free agent sign. That one's in there, and that is strike 1. Two aboard, 2 outs. And a foul ball. The 0-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Reds 2 and the Mets nothing. Back here in Queens, we head to the bottom of the 2nd. Bo Bichette up now for the Mets. This is a guy that they are counting on to deliver, and early on this season, it's been a struggle. Bottom line, his resume says he's a good hitter, just has not gotten off to a very good start. And you got to figure, regress to the mean, water finds its level, all those sayings, that he will end up having a good year. Slings to first, 1 pitch and 1 out. And Chris, beyond the fact that he's so incredible defensively, he also can swing the stick. Here's Mike Tauchman. And first offering is fouled off. That one fouled off. Oh, 0-2 now. Tap back to the mound. Gets it to first. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2.
Second baseman, Marcus Semien.
Here is Marcus Semien.
Hey!
Strike 2.
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with, but throw something you can command and get this at bat over with as quickly as possible.
Foul! That ball's foul!
2 down, nobody on. This ball's chopped on the ground, and that chance handled. Play made, that ends the inning. Down in order go the Mets. After 2, it's a 2-0 ball game. Top half of the 3rd inning. In now for the Reds, Spencer Steer.
Well, these Reds doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They've worked 3 walks already, so that proves they're not anxious up there. They're sticking to their game plan, and it's working.
That one outside. 2 balls, no strikes.
Hey!
And that's in for a strike.
That fastball, even though it's up, that's the velocity you want to go after. Low 90s, a lot better than trying to hit the high 90s.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Got him swinging.
Up next for Cincinnati, catcher Tyler Stephenson.
So up next, Tyler Stephenson. He's 0 for 1.
They left that changeup up, got away with one there, and he'll take it, but doesn't want to make that mistake again.
Here comes the 0-1. Right through there for a strike.
Quickly in an 0-2 hole, you're going to have to give something up here in terms of power if you want to put the ball in play with any authority. Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. That K is his third of the game. Singy, here's a look at his pitch breakdown for the game.
Well, he's known for that four-seamer, Boog, and we've seen plenty of it from him today. You don't throw one pitch this much without having plenty of confidence in it. Not a whole lot of damage against him yet, and he may just keep this approach.
Marte in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. That one finds the zone. That is strike 2. Two down, nobody on. Set down on strikes. And he strikes out the side in the third. It's the Reds 2 and the Mets nothing. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers.
Great take right there. Showed some really good discipline. Breaking ball coming in, you see it well, but don't trust that it's going to hang on for a strike. Nice job.
Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Went back to the changeup, and it was successful.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Next to hit, Ben Rortvedt. And first offering is fouled off. On the ground, and that's just foul. Here's the 0-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Next for the Mets, shortstop
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. Not your prototypical leadoff guy. Gets on base, yes, but also some power. Lindor with an uncharacteristic stretch of poor play lately. And the breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Even superstars have their slumps from time to time, Boog, and he's no exception. He's too good to struggle much longer, though. I'd expect him to turn it around soon.
Nope, outside.
Line to left, and foul ball. Stays alive. In the air to left center. Steer on the move to the alley. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that is that. No runs, no hits, no errors. On to inning number 4. It's the Reds 2 and the Mets nothing.
Now pitching pitching for the Mets.
Welcome back, and now on the mound to start the fourth, Tobias Myers.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Here's the second baseman, Matt McLain, for his first time.
Hey.
Smash to center, way back, and you can forget it. Home run. A solo shot, and they add to the lead. It's 3-0.
He hasn't been at his best at the plate these last few games, so this could end up being an important home run for him. Maybe it's a sign of more to come. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Next for Cincinnati, Ke'Bryan Hayes. A double and a run scored his first time up. That one close, ruled a ball. Ball one. Challenge from behind the dish here. And that one did find the strike zone. So they've still got both their challenges. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Top half of inning number 4. And that drops in for a strike. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. The 0-2. Gets under it and pops it up. Semien has a beat on it, and there's one down.
Up next for Cincinnati, center fielder Dane Myers.
So digging in, Dane Myers. He's 0 for 1. That one misses, and that's ball 1.
Yeah.
Fastball for a strike. One and 2 now.
That's a ball.
Now one
That's
miss.
out.
In the air, right field, Tauchman moving under this one. 2 down.
Up next for Cincinnati, shortstop Elly De La Cruz.
Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Elly De La Cruz. And that one clips the corner. Two down, nobody on. He swings and fouls one off. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Gets to it on to first. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. The Reds rolling after this solo shot. It's now 3-0. Back here at Citi Field, bottom of the fourth, Juan Soto up now for the Mets.
Juan Soto.
Fastball in the inside corner for a strike. Chris, he's currently the team leader in stolen bases. Now the 0-1. This one in the air, center field. Myers on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. One down.
Up next for the Mets. First baseman,
Jorge Polanco now at the plate. 1-for-1. He singled to left his first time through. Check swing called strike. Strike one.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
The 0-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. The Mets trailing by 3. We're here at the bottom of the fourth. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Designated hitter.
Now Mark Vientos. Ground ball left side. Hayes to first. It short hops him, but a nice pick for out number 3. Mets go down quickly. Still down 3-0. We go to the top of the 5th. In now for the Reds, Sal Stewart.
Ball.
Stewart recently earned Rookie of the Month honors.
The way this kid played over the last month, it's no wonder he got recognized for it. We'll see if he can keep it up as the league adjusts to him, though.
Aye.
The 1-1. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Got him looking. Not sure about that call. Pitcher might have gotten a friendly strike 3.
Got a little bit of a questionable call on that fastball right there. It appeared to miss off the outside just a little bit according to the electronic strike zone, but that's the type of location where you kind of have to understand that it's close enough to where you don't want to put the fate of your at bat in the hands of the umpire. He did, and he got burned.
Now here is Eugenio Suarez. Ground ball up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. And that's a 1-out single.
Up
Next for Cincinnati, Spencer Steer. Just
Ball. Back
missed.
inside. Aye.
Suarez leads off first with one away. That one finds the zone, and the count 1-2.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead. Doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, that splitter out of the hand, it just sort of jumps on you, and your interpretation is here comes a fastball again. Well, it never really reaches because the bottom falls out of it and you swing over the top, and that's why they call it a split finger fastball, because it looks like a four-seamer.
Here's the Reds catcher, Tyler Stephenson. That one clips the outside corner. Strike one. Right through there for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first two pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle, hope he gets a mistake.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Reds lead one, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. Base knock, center field. And they have their first hit since the first inning.
Up next for the Mets.
Dominant performance for him today, Boo. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Next to hit, Mike Tauchman. Grounded out his first time up.
Leadoff man on. It's time to play a little small ball. Get some base runners. Try to dig yourself out of the hole.
On the ground to short. Scoops it up off the dirt. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Good stretch there to make the play. It looks like someone added a little yoga to their daily routine, if you ask me.
So now with 1 away and a man at second. And now Marcus Semien.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Swings through that. Now there's a bullet down the line. And foul ball. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. One out and a runner at second. Last half of inning number 5. The other way. Base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with one out. Not sure if too many people have been paying attention to it quite yet, Siggy, but that extends his hit streak to 11 now.
Well, I know he knows about it, even if a lot of our viewers don't. And this is when it's clear it's no fluke. 11 games in a row. Man, that's when even the hitting coach starts to leave you alone. You're going so good that nobody wants to mess it up.
And time is called for a mound visit now. Big moment in this game, so they'll talk it over. Here's Luis Robert. Swing and a miss, strike one. Two on, one out. Line drive, that's a base hit. Bichette comes around to score. It's an RBI single, and they cut the lead to 2. The tag, see.
Well done. Narrows the deficit with the RBI there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Runners at the corners here, one away. Ben Rortvedt up now for the Mets.
Off the plate, ball 1.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
First and third, one down. Swings through that one for strike one. On the ground to first. To Elly at second for one. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. And this is now a 3-1 ball game.
It's been a long while. I got it on pin, a living bankrolling. I'm my own penny. I've been on TV.
Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far.
I ain't trying to do too much. I'm trying to stay tapped in, yeah. Chase you up, I don't need distractions, yeah. Connected, I'm obsessed with manifesting. The guest list, I'm only worried about my checklist. Probably spent 6 on my family's expenses. Money made the memory, so I do not regret. Feeling like I'm God's best.
Taking over on the mound for the Mets, Kodai Senga.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
In now for the Reds, Noelvi Marte.
Ball, that's upstairs.
The 1-0. Action in the Mets bullpen. Huascar Brazoban, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Weaver getting cranked up as well. The 1-1. Late that time, and it's strike 2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. This one in the air center field. Robert ranging back. Pulls it down and he makes the catch.
Up next for Cincinnati, second baseman Matt McLain.
Digging in, Matt McLain. He went deep back in the fourth. A pretty important swing of the bat in this ball game.
Yeah, Boogie, he didn't waste any time. He jumped all over that pitch and saw it the entire way. You talk about squaring it up. He didn't miss a stitch on the baseball.
Hey!
Outside,
that pitch is
ball
out.
one. That's to third. Bichette to first. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
Up next for Cincinnati, third baseman Ke'Bryan Hayes.
2 outs, base is empty. Next for Cincinnati, Ke'Bryan Hayes. 1 for 2. Swing and a foul straight back. Hayes, 29 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. On the inside corner for a strike. Ke'Bryan down on strikes. Reds down in order as the lead remains 3-1. Back here in Queens, well, we go bottom 6. Francisco Lindor up now for the Mets.
Well, these Mets, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
Stays alive. Swing and a miss. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
For the Mets, left fielder
Juan Soto down. On the outside corner, that's strike 1.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
These hitters like this that have so much power, look forward to seeing them hit the ball a long way. But if you're in the stands, or you're in a broadcast booth, or you're a writer, keep your eye on the game.
Soto wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge, and the strike call will stand. 1 challenge remaining for them now. Jorge Polanco will hit next. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. And the Mets go down 1-2-3. And it remains a 3-1 ball game. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Dane Myers.
Ball 1.
And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. That one missed. This one in the air right field, and that'll fall for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Well, he waited until the 7th, but that's the knock that'll extend his hitting streak. Singy, how much does it weigh on your mind when you're coming to the plate in the late innings with a streak going?
Yeah, quite a bit. And a hitter's supposed to say he's only focused on the current at bat. But, man, honestly, it's hard not to know that if you don't come up with the hit, your streak's over. So it's there, at least in the back of your mind.
De La Cruz in the box now. No balls and a strike. Just
outside,
missed.
that's the ball.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Fastball for a strike. And he chases that one. That's the first out in the top of the 7th. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
In now for the Reds, Sal Stewart. Runner on the go. Strike in there. And that's a stolen base, not even close. Next pitch is outside. To the right side, Semien throws to first in time. That's it out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Eugenio Suarez.
It's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
That one finds the zone. That's strike one. 2 outs and a runner at third here in the top half of inning number 7.
Ball one.
Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike 2. He goes down looking. So 1 left for Cincinnati, but they still lead it 3-1. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. Swing and a ground ball up the middle, and that one finds its way through. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Bo Bichette up to the dish.
Now, this guy's definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game. When you're taking your lead over there at first, you've got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
This one in the air center field. Makes the grab.
Up next for the Mets, right fielder, Mike Tauchman.
One out man at first. And next for New York, Mike Tauchman. He's grounded out a couple of times.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the...
De La Cruz. The turn by McLain at second. What a double play that was. Inning over.
They made it look easy, but it started with a nice feed to the second baseman from the shortstop. Perfect turn, and they're out of this jam.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. Huascar Brazoban.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
Spencer Steer digs in now. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a pop-up. One up, one down.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
For Cincinnati, catcher Tyler Stephenson.
Here's the catcher, Tyler Stephenson.
Hey!
And the 0-1. That clips the corner. Oh, 2 now. Struck him out swinging. The high heat, too much on that one.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Marte in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Two down, nobody on.
Whoa, that's down.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time. 2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. Can't glove it cleanly. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Man at first. Now it's the second baseman, Matt McLain. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1. See the velocity, 97 with that fastball. Marte, the runner at first with 2 gone. Hard hit left side. On to Semien, and that's the 3rd out. Reds leave 1, and the score stays 3-1.
Now pitching for Cincinnati.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Tony Santillan.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Now it's Marcus Semien.
For the Mets, second baseman, Marcus Semien.
There's a swing and a drive. That one back. Bangs off the wall. And the bottom of the 8th starts with a double.
Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat. Really important at bat coming up now.
And now here's the big center fielder, Luis Robert.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
I'd say that stayed in the tunnel for a long time. No chance of even fouling it off.
Tying run at the plate.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Coming around third is Semien. Here's the throw. Save. He scores, and it's a one-run game.
Big time at bat right there. Comes through, and they're back within a run. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on him, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Now a move being made for a pinch hitter, Ronnie Mauricio. He represents the go-ahead run. Robert on the go. Pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. And the tying run is now in scoring position.
Well, it seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight one-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they felt good about it, and it paid off. Let's see if they can turn this into a big run. So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Goes down looking.
Well, that's a pitch, that slider from an opposite-handed pitcher that you usually see very well, but for some reason he didn't pick it up, and it just kind of got into the strike zone late. Gave up on it a little bit early.
So now, with one away and a man at second, here's the Mets leadoff man, Francisco Lindor. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. Line drive, base hit into the outfield. Robert on his way around third. The relay to the plate, safe at home, and the runner scores from second. It's 3-3.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
Go ahead run on base. Here's Juan Soto, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Now the Reds manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Tony Santillan is done, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching for Cincinnati.
New pitcher for the Reds, Caleb Ferguson.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Line and a base hit into right. the go-ahead runner pulls up at third.
Well, that's a smart decision to hold up with one out and the heart of the order coming up. Don't want to run into an out at home plate.
Looks like we've got a substitution at first. On a pinch run for the Mets, Tyrone Taylor getting some more speed on the bases. And up next for New York, Jorge Polanco, 1 for 3.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Right through there for a strike.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Swing, and he popped it up. Grabs it on the run. Out number 2.
Up next for the Mets, designated hitter, Mark Vientos.
So now here's the DH, Mark Vientos. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
That's outside. Ball 1. Next offering is downstairs.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
2 on, 2 outs. Misses inside. 3-1. Bo Bichette in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. The 3-1. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. See you later. And this place is rocking. And they've rallied from 3 back. It's 6-3.
You're not going to be able to wipe the smile off his face for a while, Boog. He just changed the game. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
So 2 down. Now a chance for Bo Bichette, known for his late inning heroics.
Hey!
In the air, right field. And that is that. But it's a huge 5-run inning, and it gives them the lead. Through 8 full, Mets out in front, 6-3. Last chance coming up for the Reds. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Devin Williams.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and you see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Ball one
That's
there.
outside.
Williams in his 7th season, 31 years old, and he's a former Rookie of the Year.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
That one
Nope.
missing
That's
inside.
inside.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Up next
Maybe a little
for
loss of
Cincinnati,
focus on the
center
mound right
fielder,
there.
Dane
Pretty much
Myers.
gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Here's the center fielder, Dane Myers.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Cincinnati making a move for a pinch hitter. TJ Friedl, a runner at first for him, nobody out. That
That's a
one
ball.
misses. That's 5 straight. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. The 0-1. Bunting for a hit, and it goes just foul. The Mets trying to close out a 3-run lead here at the top of the 9th.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just to waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
The 1-2. To short, could be 2. Feeds to second, out there. They get the double play, and just 1 out to go now.
Well, it's a huge ball in play to get the double play defensively. Just one more guy to get this save for the closer.
So they're down to their final out. Elly De La Cruz, the next to hit for the Reds. High fly ball out to center field. Robert under it. He puts it away, and that'll do it. The Mets take the series opener here at home.
All these players were able to take the lead in the bottom of the 8th and just cruise to this win, getting those final 3 outs at the top of the 9th. Excellent job of securing your home field and keeping the fans in the ball game all the way to the end. Nice W all the way around.
La pelúa, que no baile, que lo despelucan. No me cuquen, lean los números pa' que se eduquen. Yo no hago canciones, hago himnos pa' que no caduquen. En este género yo fui un Hadouken. Ey, y se extinguieron como los dinosaurs. Antes que me apague, se apaga el sol. Subimos y rompimos el ascensor. El prepa que les tiro Barbasol. Conejo, ahora los miro de arriba y de lejos. Ey. No contesto DM, no. Hablen con mi manejo, pero yo soy Coco.